Question here about Kayla Itsines program. I've been following Kayla's program for a while. I went to the doctors. I've been having the thyroid issues. Doctor diagnosed me with low T3. What should I do? Should I stay on the Kayla's 1600 calories a day program? Well, this isn't medical advice, but in my opinion, if it was me, I wouldn't be doing that program, because eating 1600 calories a day as an adult is gonna fuck your metabolism. It's gonna fist your metabolism. Hashtag fisted fucked metabolism. Because what happens, if you just look it up, you just Google it up, low calorie diets, or low carb diets, just low calorie in general, low calorie diets, thyroid damage, or thyroid suppression, or low T3, you'll come up with a host of PubMed, all this stuff, literature's proving that people who starve themselves damage their thyroid. They suppress thyroid function, T3 levels drop down. A lot of runners and cyclists use T3 and T4 to boost metabolism, to get going again, because they're doing low calorie diets or whatever and their metabolism is fucked up. But once you get into thyroid meds, you can be on them for life. They can really fuck it up, because if you're on it too long, I mean, you just look it up. Be your own doctor. Do your own research. Spend some fucking time before you just start guzzling pills or potions or injections or whatever. Spend some time doing your own homework. When recently I did the video series where I showed how easy it was to get steroids, testosterone, from any doctor. The doctors were giving me like 500 milligrams a week, or like, it was just crazy how easily they're just like, yep, no, you go take it, boom, boom, boom. So with thyroid, be careful with that. Be careful with that. Again, I don't recommend the Kayla program because it's starvation. It's like a Michelle Bridges thing, 1200, 600 calories. It's just starvation. In Kayla's book, I think it's page 47. Let's quickly bring it up. Yes, I did buy a copy. Got ripped off. $119. In my opinion, that's a rip-off. And it's just so poorly written, in my opinion. 1600 calories a day. 1600 calories a day. Let's get to page, was it 47? Was it 27? But thyroid, you're gonna fuck your thyroid if you're eating a low calorie diet, as evidenced by all the medical, all the studies out there, things like that. And that's why so many girls rebound on their weight following Kayla's advice long term, because their thyroid's fucked. I seriously think Kayla Itsines is gonna have a class action lawsuit on her hands, because eventually a lot of girls will be getting their thyroid tested, going to the doctors and go, hang on, what's going on here? And then the two will get linked together. So I think Kayla's really setting herself up for a class action lawsuit from all these girls who are going to because her program's very new. Maybe last year, August last year, it really kicked off. So it hasn't even really been going for a year. So give it time and it's going to crank. Here we go, page 47. Kayla Itsines Help Program. The meal plans provided within this guide are based on a daily caloric intake of approximately 1600 calories. The meal plans provided within this guide are based on a daily caloric intake of approximately 1600 calories. Page 47, Nutrition Help, hashtag Kayla Itsines. It's there, it's written in the book. So when it says, Kayla doesn't recommend, she does, she has it in her book. So if you've got a copy of this book and you've got thyroid issues, maybe contact a local lawyer, because I do think this is going to be a class action. This is cool, because this is going to help grow the movement awareness that starvation doesn't work.
And also, there's another spot in the ebook where it says 1600 calories for weight loss. There's another section in the book.
Yeah.
So definitely 1600.
And if you eat, thanks Fred. And if you're eating and training. So this is not just, 600 calories is recommended for someone who's maybe a 13-year-old girl laying in bed with literally cerebral palsy or some sort of immune issue where they can't even function, they can't get out of bed. 600 calories would be fine for that, according to the Australian government dietary recommendations, calorie-wise. But if you're doing exercise as well, a minimum of 2400 calories a day. And Kayla's program's got you doing jumps and all this, you know, trying to do high intensity stuff. So you're fucking your metabolism by doing 600 calories a day, which would be fine if you're a 13-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl laying in bed, but you're maybe 16 to 25 or 30, got kids, mortgage, trying to study, trying to work, have a boyfriend, whatever, and trying to train as well on 600 calories a day. And this is why we're seeing rampant thyroid destruction or shutdown on Kayla's Itsines Bikini Body Training Guide. 1600 calorie a day, Starvation Nation, hashtag. And this is why we speak up about it. It's crazy. So we don't hate Kayla, but this stuff's got to stop in terms of promoting eating disorders from calorie restriction. So my advice for this girl who's got a damaged thyroid from following Kayla's advice, I say that just do your own homework. Do your own homework. Will you need the medication for life because you followed Kayla's advice? You're going to have to do your own homework on that one. But again, once you start getting enough calories in, your T3 can go up. So you might get a blood test and your T3 is low, doc goes, you've got to get on the meds. But if you get on those meds, then, you know, you're treating the symptom versus the cause. But if depends how long you do the program for, depends how long you followed Kayla's advice or this calorie restriction advice for. This is why we don't recommend calorie restriction advice ever. We get a lot of shit for that, but like, who cares? We'd rather be ethical and have integrity versus make millions on vulnerable teenage girls or young women who just like, I just want that now, I want it now. This is easy money, but we're not into that. We're into giving real advice and helping people overcome their problems, their metabolic damage from following these starvation, eating disorder, anorexic style programs. We get a lot of flack for it, but we don't care because we like to sleep at night. We like to sleep deep and sound at night time. We're not damaging any girls' metabolisms. And that's why when people come to us, they gain weight because now they're healing. Their thyroid's getting better. If they've been starving in the past. I'm just looking for the page here, but it's crazy. So that's my tip, is your T3 levels can drop when you've been starving yourself on Kayla or the other people's advice. So if you get a blood, does that make sense? You get tested, you've been starving, your T3 is low, doctor wants to give you meds to bring it back up. But let's just eat more, live better, and see if your T3 levels, T3 rise naturally before you start going, well, I need meds. So you have to do your own homework. I can't really answer that question for you. That's just what I would do. I would raise my calories up, 3,000, 4,000, 7,000, whatever you need to eat. See how and then monitor your thyroid levels up from that. Otherwise, you might learn the hard way. So that's my advice.
I also had low thyroid function.
Here we go. Because freely was
I was on thyroid medication.
Wow.
And now I've had blood tests. It's perfect.
There you go, girls. Just follow Freely. Freely's not going to rip you off. Freely's 12 years older than Kayla, much more experienced, much more genuine in that. Freely's not going to scam you, basically. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments and questions down below. See you soon.